Hey guys, this is AK Sinha and you are watching PrepWay India. Change the learning way. This is a detailed news analysis sessions. We are going to discuss about the burning issue, which is a very important to know us. Okay. So recently you have heard news about Assam gas leak. What is this? Try to know. Around 10 to 12 days, natural gas has been continuously flowed of gas well, which has uncontrolled or sudden release of gas or oil. During this leakage, people from surroundings village have been evacuated. Also, that variety of fish and endangered Gangetic dolphins has died. So, in this article, we will discuss in about the location of oil rig and why do blowouts happen, what's the reason behind it, about any past records or happened before, so why is it so difficult to control, what is being done, and how serious is the impact to the neighbors, and what is the impact of the gas leak on the surroundings environment or on the biodiversity which exists in that area too. So let's move in details. What's the context of the Assam gas leak? Okay, so here the Assam gas leak context about that the Assam gas leak, why it's tough to plug and what threat it poses to the area. So this is the news. So now when we are talking about the Assam gas leak context, that here that the since the morning of the May 27th, that is natural gas, okay, natural gas has been continuously flowed out out of the gas well, that is in Assam, flowing blowout, okay, or a sudden uncontrolled release of gas oil, okay, sudden uncontrolled release of gas oil. So this happened after the blowout at the oil limited Baghjan gas well in Assam, that means the Tinsukia district in Assam states, and the which place, that means the Baghjan gas village, okay, Baghjan gas well. So Baghjan gas well is the place names and the state of Assam in the Tinsukia district. So remember. Now the when we are going to in detail, first of all the Singaporean experts came for the text and the testing for the uncontrolled and the control for the uncontrolled or sudden release of gases oil, okay. So a 3-member expert team from Singapore best emergency management firm is likely to start work on the Sunday night to and control to 10 days gas well flowed in the Tinsukia district of Assam, according to the officials, okay. So 3 members expert team has come from the Singapore, okay, to check and to test the how is controlled to the gas leakage, okay. So where is the oil rig locations? First of all, where is the oil rig locations? Start with the Baghjan 5 well is a purely gas producing well. This is not that Baghjan 5 well is a purely gas producing well in Tinsukia district in Assam. So here first of all note that here is the Assam, okay, here is the Assam and here is the place that in the Tinsukia district, okay. So it is a Baghjan, a place names where a well, gas well, okay. So an aerial distance of 900 meters from the Saikhowa National Park. Here is also in the Assam, that is the Saikhowa National Park, okay, which is aerial distance of 900 meters from the gas well, okay, जो बागजान प्लेस पे जो गैस वेल है. So that it was drilled by the Oil India Limited AL in 2006. It was drilled, that means it was formed by the Oil India Limited 2006. Okay, it was operation by Oil India Limited in 2006. Now it produces for the productions. What's the productions here? It produces around 80,000 standard cubic meters per day. Okay, it produces around 80,000 standard cubic meters per day, that means of gas from a depth of 3,870 meters. Now the current discharge is at 90,000 SCMD at a pressure of 4,200 psi, far higher than the normal producing pressures of around 2,700 psi. So this is the main reason that the pressure is high, and what's the normal productions. So normal production is the only 2,700, but the current discharge production is the 4,200 psi. Okay, so it is a very large amount from the normal. Okay, so it is a very good reservoir and one of the most prolific gas reservoirs owned by oil. Oil said that it is a very good reservoir and one of the most prolific gas reservoirs. So we have also noticed that Digboy is a very oldest oil from the in the state of Assam. So Digboy is a very important and very old refinery in the Assam state. Okay, so it should be noted here that so this is the pressure is very large. Due to this pressure high, uncontrolled. Okay, now so the pressure balance in a why do blowouts happen? Why do blowouts happens? This is the main reason that the pressure balance in a wheel may be disturbed, leading to the kicks or changes in a pressure, because the high pressure productions in the 4,200 psi normal above the normal. Okay, so if these are not controlled in time, the kicks can turn into a sudden blowout. This is not controlled in time, the kicks can turn into a sudden blowout. So the force which is a pressure cookers release steam is understandable. For the example, for the pressure cooker, if a number of pressure cookers and if 1,000 pressure cookers we taken, and the pressure cookers and the pressure and the understandable the steam is very large amount of the steam, then it's not controlled. Okay, it's not controlled because the large number of pressure cookers. Okay, so this is the force which a pressure cookers release steam is understandable for an example view. So if this is not controlled in the time, the kicks can turn into a sudden blowout. Okay, so there are many possible reasons behind blowouts. So it should be noted that there are many possible reasons behind blowouts. That means the first is from the simple lack of attention. That means the lack of attention and the poor workmanship and the bad maintenance or old age, sabotage to morphotectonic factors. So morphotectonic factors, that means what's morphotectonic factors is the seismology deals with that means the seismology deals with geomorphology. It is the branch of geomorphology. Now the how landforms are formed are affected by tectonic activity. So how landforms are formed by affected by tectonic activity and the deep earth mechanism. So the crust and the uplift and the faulting and subsidence maybe happen. So this is the morphotectonic factors. The morphotectonic factors means The landforms are formed and affected by tectonic activity. Okay, so this is the also a region, that means the here is a many possible regions, that means from a simple lack of attention, the poor of workmanship, and the bad maintenance, and the old age, and the sometimes the morpho-tectonic factors also. So here that means the if your production is growing and the more productions you will give, then should be a good maintenance, new age, but not here. Here is a bad maintenance, old age, because of the uncontrolled release of gas oil. So now we will take a device called a blowout preventer. It is usually installed in the whales. In the whales, a blowout preventer is usually installed. Okay, so here is a blowout preventer, BOP, that is called the BOP. Okay, blowout preventer, that is which is usually installed in a whales. To repair the whale head, need to kill the whale down the producing zone. So for the repairing whale head, so need to temporarily kill the whale and shut down the producing zone. So the blowout preventers was also removed. So let's try to understand the what is the BOP. Okay, what is the BOP? First of all, what is the BOP? So try to understand the BOP is a specialized device or a mechanical device. Okay, it is a specialized device or a mechanical device, and which is used to seal, controlled, and the monitor Allen gases. Okay, so it is a specialized valve or similar mechanical device which is used to seal, control, and monitor Allen gases. Well, to prevent blowout. So the prevent blowout. Okay, or the safety equipments to uncontrolled flow of formation fluid during drilling. Mud is pumped down the drill. Okay, and now the pump down the drill string to lubricate and cool the bead. So provide equalizing pressure. Okay, equalizing pressure is the whale, and equalizing pressure is the whale. So this is the BOP and BOP functions. Okay, so the blowout preventer was also removed, and since the process of repairing the whale head, but suddenly gas started to ooze out of the exposed whale. Before anyone could do anything, it broke through the cement barrier. It's officially said that. Okay, it's officially said that before anyone could do anything, it broke through the cement barrier, because the process of repairing the whale head, but suddenly gas started to ooze out of the exposed whale. So it is a device called a blowout preventer, usually installed in a whales. To repair the whale head, need to temporarily kill the whale or the shut down the producing zone. Okay, so next is that first of all, the compatible blowouts past records, what happened in the past. So in the recent past, 2 compatible blowouts have been happened in Assam. So let's remember that at an oil owned, let's say, well in Dikhom, where is placed Dikhom is the Dibrugarh in the 2005. Okay, well in the Dikhom, Dibrugarh in 2005, and ONGC owned oil well in Rudrasagar. So where is Rudrasagar? Rudrasagar also in the Assam. In 1970, the latter took 3 months to contain. Second is the Rudrasagar, which had taken 3 months to contain. Okay, so very important in the past records, which has been also in the blowout, that means the Dikhom, Dibrugarh, and the second ONGC owned oil in the Rudrasagar. Okay, So now let's move. Why is it so difficult to control? So the control of a blowout depends first of all the size of the reservoir and the pressure at which the gas oil is flowing out, and this reservoir was particularly difficult to control since it was a gas well and run the risk of a catching fire at any point. So this is the main two reasons, that the size of the reservoir and the pressures. When the pressure is high and the size of the reservoir it's very matter at which the gas oil is flowing out. This is particularly difficult to control since it was a gas well and it runs the risk of catching fire at any point. So while many blowouts automatically collapse on their own, that means it can take up to months. Okay, so what is being done to control a blowout? The first step is to pump in water. So to control a blowout, the first step is what? The pump in water, so that the gas does not catch fire. Okay, here is the catching fire. So a crisis management team from IL and ONGC intend to create a water umbrella to protect workers. Which have to protect? That they protect workers. So create a water umbrella, and while they hook up the blowouts preventers with the limited space and the non-availability of the open space, with the that means the lack of a space and non-availability of the open space, that means the above the wellhead. So placement of the BOP is a huge challenge. Here is what huge challenge, that the BOP is a huge challenge and entails a huge risk. So it is planned to the place that the BOP on the well head through a hydraulically driven, so mechanically transporter. Now the drilling mud will have to be pumped in immediately after capping the well by the BOP. So hydraulically driven mechanical transporter. Okay, and the placement of the BOP is a huge challenge and installs a huge risk. So it is a plan to a huge risk to control the sudden release of oil and gases. So how serious is the impact to the neighborhood? Now we were talking about the serious of the impact of the neighborhood on the surroundings areas of the and the biodiversity in that areas. So as many as, that means the 1610 families with 2500 to 3000 people have been evacuated to relief camps. Okay, there are reports of the death of a river dolphin and a variety of fish also. So death of a river dolphin and a variety of fish also. So while the administration has kept an ambulance with the paramedical staff on a standby, so locals have complained of a symptoms. What symptoms? That is the burning of eyes and the headache also. So locals have complained of a symptoms like burning of eyes and the burning of eyes and the headache, etc. So also close, that means also close to the, it is also close the Mangori Motapang wetland. It's a very important wetland in the Assam, close to the Motapang, very important. So this is the for the remember that the Mangori Motapang wetland also in Assam, near about the Baghjan well, and important bird area notified by the Bombay Natural History Society. This is not a Ramsar wetland. Okay, so this is the notified important bird area notified by the Bombay Natural History Society. So the park is famous for its birds, butterflies, and whales, cats, and the feral horses. So this park is very important for the famous for the birds and butterflies and the whales, cats, and the feral horses. So this wetland important birds area notified by the Bombay Natural History Society. So now what is the impact of the gas leak? Also, what is the importance of the gas leak? That the impact of the gas leak, that means Assam Pollution Control Board chairman, that the Vice according to the Vice Suri Narayana, that is said that the gas, which is a mix of a propane and the methane and the propylene and other gases, is flowing with the wind towards the northeast. That is a radius up to 5 km and condensate, falling about tea gardens and the banana trees and the betel's nut trees. So what's on the impact, that means the bamboo tea gardens and the banana trees and the betel's nut trees, so with the wind towards the northeast. Okay, so gas which is a mix of a propane, here is very important a gas, that means the methane, which is very important. So the boundary of it doesn't matter, since the gas is moving through the air. If a gas is leaked, so according to the Assam Pollution Control Board's chairman, that say it does not matter since the gas is moving through the air. So it's a natural universal truth. The condensate is falling out into Saikhowa, which is a national park too. So Saikhowa is also under this gas leakage. Now the national park houses some of the rare and the endangered species of flora and the fauna, around 36 species of mammals, and nearly 400 species of birds. So let's say in comment comment section that what is the another national park or biodiversity in the state of Assam, which is very important and very important for the also for one rhinoceros. Okay, so please comment in box. Now we are going to discuss about a natural gases. Okay, so why it's needs for natural gas and what is important for natural gas. So natural gas is the cleanest fossil fuels. What natural gas is? A cleanest fossil fuels among the available fossil fuels. Okay, so it is used as a feedstock in the manufacture of the fertilizers, plastics, and other commercial important organic chemicals also. So it is used as a feedstock in the manufacture of fertilizers and the plastics and other commercially important organic chemicals. So as well as used as a fuel of electricity generations, heating purpose in industrial and commercial units. Okay, natural gas is also used for the cooking in the domestic households and the transportation of fuels for a vehicle. So it is used for the domestic households and transportation of fuel of vehicles, that means the fuel for electricity generations and the fertilizers, plastics, and commercially important organic chemicals also. So it is a very cleanest fossil fuels and very important. So this is the importance of the natural gas and available of fossil fuels. Okay, so this is the total conversations about this Assam gas leak news. Okay, so I have also another videos I have uploaded. Please guys see and watch, and if you like our efforts, so please subscribe my channels, and thank you for the sessions. With that, in these editions we will keep updating you. Press the subscribe button and bell icon notifications for the latest news update. Thank you for watching. Namaskar.